There you go. Mundlinup is the start of the walk track here. A little bit muddy there. Nothing deep. Haven't done this track before. Every time I've thought about coming up here, it's either been stinking hot in summer or bucketing down with water, rain. This is an old train line here. The track does walk a little bit of this and then wanders off out to the forest. So seeing as the rain's sort of going away today, which means I'll probably get rained on anyhow, I'll come out here, and it's not too hot outside. I'll do this walk and see what it's like. There is a little car park just up here. Bouncy, bouncy. There you go. Park your car here and you can start the walk. And there is a little sign up in the corner, and we'll get a copy of that as well, or video of that. Supposed to be finding up. Anyway, if we get wet, we get wet. It doesn't matter. There you go. You'll have to pause it and read it. Short loop 2Ks, long loop 3.5 Ks. I'll start off with a short loop. Obviously there. Go out around there. If I get to here and it finds up, because at the moment it's sort of breaking up, but it's there's some big black cloud coming, so I'm probably going to get wet. Anyway, I'll do the short loop. If it looks like it's going to be fine, I'll continue on the long route because it's only an extra 1.5 K, and head off from there. You can walk down there and then down into the bush, or you can actually follow the proper walk path up here. And this follows the old train line. Now there are these little posts around here at Jarrahdale. This walk, by the way, is just off Balmoral Road in Jarrahdale. There are those little posts. If you go into the visitors centre at Jarrahdale, they have a map with all of those little points on there and information about what's there. There you go, 1885 Timber Railway. Alright, let's see what I can find for you. This time of year, all the wildflowers are just starting to come out. Springtime. And you get some interesting ones like these. All sorts of little colourful spots and dots throughout the forest. It is also the start of I guess you call it a snake season, but so just watch out for little wriggly sticks. There's another whole patch of them there. All sorts of stuff in the forest. You'll just have to come out here and have a look. Used to be able to drive out that way, but big boulders up there and a gate down there. You can ride your bike through here as well, probably not on this track, but there are some trails like this through the forest, and the Mundlinup trail goes through the forest here as well. Let's see what this creek has to offer. Oh, little picnic bench. Oh, quite nice little picnic area. on the other side of the road that way, they had bauxite mines. This is like a little campsite almost. Quite good. Jarrahdale Brook. The other side of Jarrahdale. If you go up to the cemetery and park there, you can walk down along Jarrahdale Brook. Another point too, I gather it's talking about the brook itself. Still got a little bit of puddles of water in it, not flowing though. Not flying up here, but down further it might be. Anyway, keep walking, see what we can find you. Just up from the bridge, the car's actually over there, you can see, or maybe able to see. Yeah, might only do the short one. Looks like there's a bit of blue sky there, but then the cloud came in again. Looks like an old train cutting. We're probably walking down one of the old wood cutting train lines. Another sign just up here. I was going to say, this probably train stopped here and they rolled the logs on here, and this is what the sign says. Can't see any foundations for the steam winch, but doesn't matter. It was in the 1800s, early 1900s. But yeah, it seemed a bit strange that it suddenly stopped, and I thought, well, it's probably where they've loaded the tree logs. Well, it does continue on a bit, but we don't. Through there. And a path down there. I should have taken a photo of that map. We're following the black footmark. That one there. So we'll go this way. Actually, that might be the return. So the way I was going to go is probably opposite to the way I'm going now. Let's try and get out of the sunlight. What's it going to do? Can't show you the map. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, if we went up that way, that's the way I was going to come back. I was going to go out that way and come back this way, but it doesn't really matter. I'll go out this way and come back on the flat road. Plenty of wildlife around, lots of birds. Lots of wild flowers, but it hasn't really sprung to life yet. There was lots back near the car, and there's a few little patches. Interesting little patch in a rock over there, right behind the toilet paper. Can't understand why people just can't be bothered digging a hole and doing it in a hole. Oh, I even had horses here. Into the bank shears. Good sign of a healthy forest. It's quite interesting with the creeper trying to strangle its way up the old banksia, or the young banksia really, but look at the little vine on it. Alright. I was going to make a little quick video, but I don't want to make it too long. Just come up from there, that little sign down there that you can see. It's got two symbols on it, two walk path symbols. Here's the track. And It is not on the map. It's probably an old fire break. Looks like it's pretty freshly been bulldozed, as in maybe the last 10 years. Number 6. So if you have your little map, you'll probably be talking about the big tree here, because there's nothing else around. Might be a jarrah tree, big old one. It's dead, hasn't fallen over yet. Everything else around it's jarrah. Anyway, keep walking down this way. And number 7, I shall have to go and get the guides for these areas, for these walks, so I know what they're talking about. 7. What's here? Well, this little bush here, a little shrubby tree, is one of the hakeas. So I might be talking about hakeas. Never know. It's very old. This area has been logged, or was logged, many years ago, so it's regrown, naturally regrowing, which is good. And this walk so far is very easy. There's a stump, and that's one that would have been logged years ago, and that's probably what it's talking about. Number 8. In fact, I've logged it, dropped it, probably taken what wood they wanted out of it and left the rest to burn, and it's actually left a mark in the forest wall. Yes, anyway, they must have redone the markers, route markers, and instead of covering over the old ones, top one, which has been burnt, they just whacked a new marker on there. Haven't seen anything super special yet. There's plenty of little cat's paws and other wildflowers around. There's a sign just here. This is a relatively new sign just there. Don't know if you can, there you go, you can video that one, pause it, have a read. These signs aren't bad actually, better than the old little white ones I used to have. They faded very quickly, so hopefully these will last a bit longer. Yes, when they were logging in here, they looked for the nice big thick straight trees. I'd go through the wood mill nice and easy, and trees like that one that's fallen down there, it's all twisted and knotted, so it was no good for milling, and it's just fallen over. Some of these trees up there, nice and straight, give it another 50 years and it'll be good enough to chop up again, if they ever chopped them up again. There's a saw pit. Interesting. It's good that they've sort of made it like it used to be, the old saw pits. They used cross-cut saws, big blade saws with a handle on each end. One person would stand on top of the log, one person underneath in the hole, and they'd start chopping their logs out. I noticed a bit further back there's some more saw pits through the forest there, so this, obviously they'll drag the logs into here, cut them up into smaller logs so they can transport them easier. There is a symbol down there. There's a green sign here. I don't know whether that's what we're supposed to look for or what. The black sign's going right, the green sign's going left. Oh, I see. So if I wanted to do the long loop, I'm there. If I wanted to do the long loop, you follow the green signs and go around the long loop. If I want to do the short loop, I just head down there. And I still think I might do the short loop. Although if you look out over that way, you can sort of see patches of blue, but that's already been past us. What's coming doesn't look very inviting. Alright, this way. Again, another road. It's probably an old train line, I guess. Nice and smooth. Certainly not on the map. You can always go into Batty Library and look up the maps section and get the old, very old forestry maps of the area, and they'll probably have these tracks on there. Nice open area. Into the casuarinas. These trees. Long fine leaves on them. They drop down onto the forest floor and sort of smother all the other plants about, and you get a nice breeze coming through it, and it sounds really strange. And now we're back into the Jarrah forest. Alright, I can see the turn just up there. Turn right and head back. That's the track I came down from the saw pit. That's the track we crossed earlier. I'm going to go down that track. You can see some wood here that's been chopped up, and a forest trail going out that way. We're about halfway between the two loops as such. The crossover. Nice deep red wood. The same with these. Colour of the wood. Nice deep red. Makes great furniture, but it's quite expensive furniture. Alright. I thought we were going to turn right there, but that would take you back to almost where we started, near the sawmill, saw pit. Next turn to the right, I think we will take, and that will take us back to the car. Okay. That's where the green track meets the black track. The green track comes down through here. I've just come down through this way. So if I wanted to do the bigger loop, I would have come out the back and back down here. And both trails follow this way. Still haven't seen any anything special in the wildflowers department. Certainly a nice forest to walk through. And I'll keep looking up, going, yeah, I might get back to the car without getting rained on. You can see in there casuarina trees, and on the ground there's not very much because the needles or the leaves drop onto the ground and sort of smother everything. I think they turn it a bit acidic too, and it makes it hard for other things to grow. These grass trees, black boys, xanthoria if you like, grow around about 1 centimetre a year. So when you see the really, really tall ones, they've been here a lot longer than me. There's a two-headed one over there. Anyway, and there's a marker tree there too. They're interesting. Big white blaze on there, and there'll be some numbers engraved into that. The old forestry maps have those on it, and that was their way of navigating through the forest. So before they had nice big trails, they had little horse and cart tracks and things running through the forest, and you'd hit one of these and you know that in 1 mile in that direction, or whatever direction on a compass bearing, there would be another track, another tree, and you head for that and you hop your way through the forest, getting to your destination using the marker trees. 60 something over 6. It's a bit run out. Don't use it anymore because everyone uses GPS, but and a lot of the maps now don't have them on it, which is a pity. There's a little open area there that looks a bit man-made. Anyway, alright, just up here we turn right. Sign's missing off that one. And this is, well, that's the actual Mundlinup trail as well. These yellow posts. I'll show you. Mountain bike trail from Perth to Albany. Well, actually from Mundaring to Albany. Follow those signs. Mundlinup. So yeah, if you've got a mountain bike, jump on these trails. But we'll turn right here. A little bit muddy down there. Turn right here and head back towards the car. I think we end up back at that bridge. We do. Anyway, bush is getting thicker again. We're down near the bottom, near the creek, so everything's more wet. Grows more. Alright, we're back at the start of the loop, and that way back down through to our car. That's where I came up, went up through. Alright, and obviously back down there, and this is the train line. Old rotted wooden steps. So that was about, well, when I get back to the car, would be 2 kilometres, roughly. Obviously 3.5 kilometres if you did the longer loop. But with this weather coming in, I decided I'll just do the short one and see what's out here. There is actually a lot of history in the bushland around here, if you know what to look for. I would say that train line actually went over where the footbridge is, on an old wooden trestle bridge. Obviously burnt down over the years. So yes, very easy walk. Probably be good for little kids to walk around this one. It's not far. It's lots to see if you listen. Yep, when I say if you listen, all the birds shut up. That's good. There's plenty of birds and wildlife out here. Lots of flowers. Quite a good little walk. I would say this, you know, the thing's been built up a bit, but yeah, this is where the old train line used to cross. Probably chuffed off in that direction. You can see it mounted up there, over to there, so it's reasonably flat. Alright, back to the car. Good spot for a picnic too, actually. If you've got a family, do the walk, come back and have a picnic here. There is a little fire there. Go in here. A little spot to sit around. Someone's had a little campfire in the middle of that. Oh, it keeps on going. This must have been where they got the gravel from to build up the train lines around here. Nice little spot. Very interesting, and a very old fireplace. Won't be cooking sausages on there anymore. But it's a good spot. Take the family for a walk, come back, have your lunch here. Alright, that's it. Back to the car. Nothing really. Definitely go to Jarrahdale Information Centre, or the Heritage Information Centre, and pick up the handouts that they've got. I think you've got to pay for them, but that doesn't matter. And all those little markers with numbers on it are on the map, and they talk about things that are around that area. I'm going to take a shortcut. Good to see some new signs in the forest, which is great. Very easy walk, and yeah, come out and do the walk before it gets too hot.